you know. So I was happy with that. I'm doing a video now. Hey, Trav Tries, this is Jason Callan. I wanted to thank you very much for that private, awesome video of Godzilla. I thought I'd do my own video response to that. I have a lot of information about Godzilla. It's tough to gather all my Godzilla stuff into one thing, so I'm just going to do it from memory. I got my book, too. It helps me some reference material, too, about Godzilla. This is Video Hound Going Movie Retriever. It was $4.99 at Ollie's, and it was from 2009, but still cool. The very first thing is the very first Godzilla movie you were talking about, Raymond Burr, was in that. Raymond Burr was a guy from America that was in Godzilla 1985 also. So that's cool because they were trying to, that was supposed to be, Godzilla 1985 was supposed to be a really big budget Godzilla movie back then too, after some of the other ones, but they were all entertaining. And originally for the American audience, they put in Raymond Burr for the American singing the old black and white, and also in the color one too. And you asked what he's famous for. He's famous for playing Perry Mason, and he's also in a movie called Bride of the Gorilla, which is so bad it's a good movie review I'll do sometime. I don't know what it was. What's that? Oh, Raymond Burr. Bride of the Gorilla is American. You're thinking of Gorilla at Large with Cameron Mitchell. That was a 3D one we saw. That was in England. Bride of the Gorilla is the black and white one on my one thing we can watch. Yeah, that one, when you think of Murder in Rue Morgue when he's ringing the bell. Yeah, Murder in Rue Morgue, that's based off the Edgar Allan Poe one about the killer gorilla. Bela Lugosi was in a really good early one, which was like super violent before the Hays Commission. It's actually pretty shockingly violent for 1930s. Before the Hays Commission came in and started, like that's why you see a lot of the 50s movies and 40s and 50 movies aren't that risque or stuff like that because of the Hays Commission. And then eventually started breaking down the 60s and 70s, and then we have like R-rated movies today, you know. Well, anyways, about you know, Godzilla 85 and stuff like that. That was a big deal when it came out, and then I like that it had that little cartoon Godzilla versus Bambi in it. If you ever seen that, it's a little cult cartoon. It's like 2 or 3 minutes long. It's funny. And I think they had that, you had that Godzilla 1985, they had that before the movie, I'm pretty sure. Let's see, they had a second movie. When my dad sent me home, sent me the movies in the Army, there was a movie called Godzilla Raids Again. That's really an incorrect title. It's a retitling because it's originally called, it's not really called Godzilla Raids Again. It's supposed to be the first Godzilla sequel, but the original name of it, the correct name of it is called Gigantus the Fire Monster. That's a really good movie. It's not really a Godzilla movie though. You know, it's called Godzilla Raids Again. And there was other movies like you mentioned, Godzilla's Revenge. Godzilla's Revenge, they said, it's the silliest Godzilla movie around. That actually borrows footage from Son of Godzilla and Godzilla vs. the Sea Monster. And Godzilla the Sea Monster is crazy too, you know. There's a lot of silly ones and funny ones. And I did not see Godzilla vs. the Cosmic Monster. I thought I did. I didn't. I seen Terror Godzilla, and then there was a separate Godzilla on Monster Island and stuff like that. I like that Godzilla vs. Gigan with Jock Jagular. No, that's Godzilla vs. Megalon. Godzilla vs. Megalon has Jack Jagular on it. And that's a good one too. But it's easy to get confused with some of these. A really good one to get is Godzilla vs. Monster X with Nick Adams in it. I was a big Nick Adams fan. You know, he was only in a couple movies. And a lot of these other movies are good. Like I said in my credits, you asked about King Kong vs. Godzilla. The reason you probably don't have it is because it is released through Universal Pictures because they thought that was the big thing back then. Because King Kong was such a popular back in the 30s. That was actually Adolf Hitler's favorite movie, believe it or not. And then they had like Son of Kong and Mighty Joe Young. And then, you know, Walt Disney did a remake of Mighty Joe Young. And then with Godzilla versus King Kong versus Godzilla, the American version has a certain monster winning at the end. and the Japanese version has a different monster winning at the end. I did not see the alternate ending. I just saw the American version, and I bought that a long time ago from Good Times Home Video. I don't know if I still have it anymore, because we had a giant move, and I don't know, some of my stuff got lost. But it was a great movie. And like I said, I would love to see Peter Jackson remake that, because he made that cool remake of King Kong not that long ago. And that would be cool if he remade King Kong vs. Godzilla. And so many other movies. A really good one that you didn't mention was, they did, well, you're talking about Godzilla vs. Mothra. They did a remake of Godzilla vs. Mothra in the early 90s. And I remember when I was in the Army in 91, Godzilla came back with Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah. I always thought it was King Ghidorah, but it's King Ghidorah. And that one actually had controversy in it, because for the American audience, because it was a Japanese movie, they had a scene where these American soldiers land on this island, and Godzilla comes down and he kills them, and all these Japanese guys are freaking out. They were telling Godzilla, "Thank you for killing these people," and they were American soldiers or American sailors, and that was a big controversy in '91. I remember seeing that on Inside Edition. And I saw the movie like a year or two later. It's really good, but I mean, I think it made a little people mad because of that. But that was a controversy in that, and they had other great movies like, along with the ones you mentioned, they had Godzilla SOS. They had Godzilla All Out Monster Attack. It had Rodan, King Ghidorah in it. There were in the early '60s there was a black and white version of Mothra, just the Mothra monster. I saw that too. That's the silly one. And then they did. Well, my dad thinks it's too. Well, it's funny though. But they did. They also did in the '90s. They did Rebirth of Mothra, which is more for kids. And those are both entertaining. They did Rebirth of Mothra 1 and Rebirth of Mothra 2. And those are silly too, but they're very entertaining. And since I'm talking about monsters, I might as well mention my dad's favorite monster, Gamera, which is a giant flaming turtle. See, my dad's doing it. He said it had. He said that he had flame shooting out of his ass. We're showing the fly and stuff like that. And then when he protects himself, he pulls his head into a shell. There was a whole bunch of Gamera movies, and you know, he was a fan of the children, and then they had like a child song in Japanese. They go Gamera, Gamera, and they go na 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 Gamera, because I don't know Japanese, but I went like that. What? You're thinking of Mothra, I'm talking about Gamera's song. The Mothra song is Mothra, Mothra. It's in Japanese, but that's the Mothra thing. Like I said, Rebirth of Mothra 1 and 2 they had an old black and white Mothra. Rodan, I love the old Rodan movie. We saw that on Laserdisc back in the old Laserdisc in the early 80s. And we saw the original, of course, of the Godzilla, which is awesome. That desktop picture you have of Godzilla is really, really cool. I like it very much. You mentioned some other movies and stuff like that. I'm trying to think what you're saying. One thing I have to correct you on, you said the last one. I like the American version. I saw the American version in the movie theater. And I loved it. It was packed, though. But the biggest problem was it didn't look like Godzilla, and a lot of people thought the Godzilla monster was a wuss because it just acted like a scared animal. But I liked that Godzilla. I thought it was cool. And I can't wait to see the remake, because they're going to be doing a remake of Godzilla, like you said, with Bryan Cranston from, I remember him from Malcolm in the Middle, and I love that show. Well, apparently this was the last Godzilla movie they made. Unfortunately, I had to correct you. It's not Godzilla 2000, it's this one, Godzilla Final Wars. The 50th anniversary. And the tagline for this is Earth, outnumbered, outmonstered, outdone. Outmonstered, that's just cool right there. And you see a picture of Mothra, of course Godzilla and King Ghidorah, the three-headed monsters. And on the back, the description of this, I don't want to give away too much, I'll just give the description of this. In what may be the greatest episode of this legendary series, Godzilla celebrates his 50th birthday with the world's most ferocious monsters crashing the party, turning the entire globe into a mega-destructive birthday bash. The Earth Defense Force has a little surprise gift for their green nemesis too, They intend to finish him off once and for all. Reaching beyond the environment of Tokyo, Rodan, Gigon, Mothra, and more of their nefarious friends attack the Statue of Liberty. They attack the Eiffel Tower and other premier tourist destinations. But before you can say, run for your life, a superior alien force appears to save Earth, or so it seems. Now, the alien force is something like a Matrix type thing, which is pretty cool. And they got all the symbols of the monsters. It's hard to see. These are all the monsters that are in the movie, right? Or right there. They got all the symbols. It's really small to read, but I mean, Rodan. Let me see. I can't. It's just really small. But there's a whole bunch of monsters that's really cool. And this is Godzilla Final Wars. And it was made in 2005. It's 2 hours and 5 minutes. And there's another great Godzilla monster. One of my favorite ones called Godzilla vs. Destroyer. And it's probably one of the most violent Godzilla movies. They have like these three, like really violent scorpion creatures in it. And Godzilla in this one has a radioactive heart that keeps glowing. He ends up melting. And there's like a baby Godzilla, and then he ends up taking Godzilla's place. Godzilla actually melts in this movie. And I cried too. My dad said, I can't believe you're crying at this. It's so stupid. But that's what happened. I want to thank you very much for the Godzilla comments and stuff like that. I love Godzilla. There's lots of crazy monster movies out there, but Godzilla is still awesome. And speaking of King Kong, and I almost mentioned you're talking about Godzilla versus Mega Godzilla. There's a super, super silly movie I saw late night on the local TV station. It was on Channel 12. It was right after Saturday Night Live, I think, and some other show. It was King Kong Escapes. It was a Japanese King Kong, and there's a robotic King Kong in it. And I saw this in second grade, where I thought they spent millions and millions of dollars on it. And then, right around the time I was in the Army, I was home for a couple days on. It was a family channel. They showed it on there, and it looked really low budget. But they had a mechanical King Kong fighting the other King Kong. And I love the 1976 King Kong that Dino De Laurentiis did with Jessica Lange, and that was good too. And Charles Grodin was in there as the bad guy. Usually you don't think of him as the bad guy, though. Well, anyways, I want to thank you for your Godzilla video. I wanted to thank you for all the nice things you're saying and doing the private video for me and saying that I don't get enough credit for my videos. I really try. I think you're a good guy, and I want to thank you very much. And Ryan Dawson and all the other food reviewers. And since you're a food reviewer, I thought I'd dedicate a double food review to you. So here it is. I want to show you. This is the first product. Because you were saying that I review foods you never heard of before. Last Saturday, I did a review of sparkling ice. It was sparkling ice lemonade, I think it was. No. It was sparkling ice's orange mango. It had orange juice concentrated in it as a vitamin water. And the one thing... the next day, I was watching Total Divas on E! And they showed a commercial for it. I freaked out. I said, that's the stuff I tried. But I never heard of it before. And I wanted to get the pomegranate one. I couldn't find it. There's two other flavors. One of them is, what's this? One of them is a blackberry, I think. Yeah, one of them is, black raspberry. I'll try that sometime, but the one I wanted to do a review on today is this one. They're pink grapefruit. Now this is 17 ounces. It's naturally flavored sparkling mountain spring water with vitamins and antioxidants. It's from Sparkling Ice. You can see the grapefruit logo on there. I know. If you take a simvastatin, you're not supposed to have grapefruit with it. But I mean, I'm doing a review anyway. These have different vitamins in it. This one has vitamin D, 10%, vitamin B3, 10%, vitamin B6, 10%, vitamin B12, 10%, biotin, 10%, and vitamin B5 10%. So there's a lot of B vitamins in it, so it better be good. See, I thought of that joke on the fly. Well, anyways, like I said, this is a vitamin water, 0 calories, and the other one had orange juice concentrate. This has grapefruit juice concentrate on it. It's pretty cool. And carbonated mountain spring water, so it's like a fizzier drink, but it's sparkling ice. It's from mountain spring water. It's just carbonated. So let's try this right now. It's $1 at Dollar General, if I didn't mention that. And it has a very sleek ball design. Let me try this out, see how it is. Yeah, that's pretty good. If you like pink grapefruit, I think it's pretty good. Because these have good flavors to them, too. You're talking about amp. These are pretty good, too, the sparkling ice. I don't see anyone else reviewing these. These are good vitamin waters. Yeah, pink lemonade, it has no, pink grapefruit has no aftertaste or anything like that. It's pretty good. I like it. And the other review, so I do a double food review, I never heard of these before, so I thought I'd pick them up. I just saw them. I didn't know what they were. This is called Flix Mix from Flix Candy. And this is a milk chocolate peanut butter Flix Mix. This is Rice Crisps dressed in dressed in real peanut butter, milk chocolate. The sun's in there. Dressed in, drenched in real milk chocolate and peanut butter, then dusted with powdered sugar. Now the one thing is, there's a major flaw in this, because the guy had a heck of a time trying to scan this thing, because it's like this, a little scanner thing. He couldn't scan it. He had to try to get the other scanning gun to scan it. That's a big design flaw in this. Well, anyways, there's a little more information on the back. Fold this over. They show a picture of the Flix Mix right there too. Right there it says, if I can flip this over. It says this Flix Mix is made with real milk chocolate, creamy peanut butter, and crunchy Rice Crisps. This rich and delicious treat tastes just like what you make at home. Chomp it down or serve it up for your friends. Enjoy and come back for more. Yeah, and it's made in Grosse Pointe Road, Niles, Illinois, I guess. So, the only thing is a little expensive is $1 at Dollar General. But I thought I'd try it. Open it up. It'll probably be a pain to open. I'll probably just tear it down the side if I can. No, I'll just do it the other way. Like, it's really tight. So, it's a design flaw. I'm getting it. There we go. Got it. These are what they look like. They look like little cereals. They're really soft. Let me just see if they're any good. They kind of taste like chocolate cereal. I think you'll like these. These are a neat little thing. They kind of taste like a little bit like a Kit Kat or like cross between the Reese's peanut butter bar and a Kit Kat, with a little bit of a breakfast cereal taste to them. They aren't bad. I think you'll really like these if you find them, if you can find them. Flix Mix. Now another huge reviewer, Josh Sorrell, I think his name is. He was saying I should try the Takis chips. Takis, Takis chips. They don't have them where I'm from, so unfortunately I'm out of luck on those. I got so many other interesting things I can review and stuff. So I highly recommend a Flix Mix. I'm going to highly recommend this. The sparkling ice pink grapefruit. It's really good. And that was dedicated to you, Trav, for doing such a nice video for me. And I love Godzilla too. I mean, how can you not? I mean, it's a guy thing, you know. Just like Three Stooges. Well, I mean, it's science fiction, but still cool. So, until next time, I'm looking forward to the new Godzilla movie too. And I can't believe Hollywood picked Ben Affleck to play the new Batman. But I have an idea that this new Batman Superman movie might be a giant failure. And but Ben Affleck playing, I have nothing against Ben Affleck, but with people complaining about Daredevil, I'm surprised they actually had him play Batman. Now he was in Hollywoodland, which I haven't seen, playing the Superman character George Reeves, but that was I wouldn't mind seeing that one. But that was more of a biopic. And I like the old Superman TV show. It's from the 50s. It's really cool. Well, anyways, I'm rambling on. Why am I rambling? So I just want to say thank you very much, Trav. Trav tries for making that nice video for me. I hope you like this video response. Until next time, take care, Trav, and take care, my legions.